Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we are going to explore the concept of ordination and the purpose of ordination, why people back then ordained. Hopefully, it can help you to understand deeper about ordination. I want to start off with this particular sutra, okay, from the Venerable Sariputta. For those of you who don't know him, Sariputta is one of the Buddha disciple. He is the foremost disciple in wisdom. Okay, basically, among the Buddha disciple, he is the smartest one. So whatever he said, we cannot take it lightly. One day, Sariputta, was asked by some other ascetic people who ordained with different teacher. Back then, there was so many, not only spiritual leader, but many spiritual seeker. Many of them, unbelievable. People ask for the meaning of life, how to live life meaningful, how to live life noble. But people nowadays, how many people actually ask questions like this? Go to school for what? Only aim at highest academic score, so you can get good job, along that line. How many people actually curious about life, about something bigger than just, go to school, get job, get married, have kids, dying? There's something bigger than that. But people back then, they're very smart. Okay, the more I study the scripture, the more I was amazed. This is what missing in the 21st century. We need this knowledge to be reach out to many people. So one ascetic asked Sariputta, in your religions, in your teaching, the teaching that teach by the Buddha, what is the most difficult thing? What is the most difficult thing in your religion, in the Buddha teaching? Because you ordained with him, there must be something that you can tell me what is the most difficult thing. Sariputta said, the first thing in my doctrine or the teaching that I follow that consider most difficult is going forth. What's mean by going forth? Going forth means ordination or pabbajja. Okay. Which is ordination, translate in English. This is ordination. You ordain already. And three of you about to ordain. You about to embark on that is considered the most difficult thing in Buddhism, which is ordination. But you have to think deeper. Why is that? Ordination takes 15 minutes. And you're done. You can wear this stuff for road. You get your bow. You can go arms out in the next morning. Everything, seems to be easy. Sariputta said, friends, ordination is difficult. What else is difficult? Is there anything else more difficult than that? He said, yes. Once you become a monk, the second thing is more difficult than ordination is to find delight in your ordination. To be happy in your monk's life. Okay, I'll come back and explain a little bit more later. And the third one is to, what else is more difficult than, after I become a monk, I'm happy with monk's life. Is there anything else that's difficult than this? He said, yes, this is the one. Practice according to the Dhamma. To get to know the teaching of the Buddha, get to know the bottom of it, understand it, and realize that this is the most difficult thing that can happening. But it can be happening if you practice correctly, under the right guidance from the right teacher. It can be happening. And that ascetic asks, how long, friends, how long does it take to practice according to that teaching until I become arahant, which means I free from defilement, I become liberate, I'm fully achieve the supreme happiness. And Sariputta said, not long, friends. Not long, if you practice this right. Okay? The question to you is why ordination is difficult in Buddhism. The reason ordination is difficult because not many people know the reason why they ordain. Okay? Sariputta means specifically you ordain with clear purpose of your ordination. And that purpose point directly to something called the Four Noble Truths. Not just ordain because I have no job, I have broken relationship, I need a place to rest. But ordination with a clear goal, okay? That's difficult. You see many Buddhists, but in Thailand is the land of Buddhism, 95, 96%. But not everyone wants to become a monk. And you guys from non-Buddhist country, non-Buddhist background, you want to become a monk. this is even more difficult for you to get here and get yourself ordained. That's why, to me, ordination is difficult, something special, something very sacred. Okay, I was born Buddhist. I never thought that I will become a monk. You know, but somehow I'm here for some reason. Once someone become a monk, the monk's life is inconvenient life, a lot of rule and regulation. Many monks don't find delight under the rule and regulation, so they quit. Okay, so that's the second difficult one. Become a monk and live life, under the guidance of your teacher, under the rule and regulation, comfortably. Understand what's going on. You can manage yourself to be happy. And once you get to the second level, okay, now you move on the third level to understand, okay, what exactly that the Buddha wants us to know and achieve and make it happen. That's the most difficult thing. Okay? So keep this in mind. And this is the picture. Okay, I will come back to this picture from time to time. Buddhism has looked at the people into group. The first group is spiritual people, monks, just like us, and ordinary people, lay people. And the Buddha discovered something called Nibbana. But in order to achieve Nibbana, okay, you need to develop yourself, self-development. So this journey is the journey of self-development. The first day you arrive, all the way, okay, you should keep that picture in mind. Where are you heading? Okay. But it doesn't mean you have to achieve Nibbana in order for you to be happy. Along the way, if you practice Dhamma correctly, you will be happy every day and you will be happier, okay? As you look back, you're not going to be the same person if you practice it correctly. That's what Dhamma is all about. And the Buddha gives us the framework to practice, okay? Not just point us direction, he gives us the tool that we need to develop ourselves. One thing I want to mention here, what is the only thing that make us monks different from the lay people? Just one thing, not just the color, the outfit we wear, shaving head, stay in the wood. That's superficial. The only thing that differentiates a man from a monk is the precept they observe. Okay, because precept or sila. The lay people, they observe 5 precepts, sometimes 8 precepts. But for us, from the day one that you ordain until the day that you disrobe, okay, we are obligated by 227 precepts. At least, I would say at least, okay. We have more than that. We're talking about thousands of precepts in the scripture. Why so many rules? Why so many precepts? Okay, we'll get to that later, not tonight. But here is what makes us different from the lay people. That is why so many things we cannot do. As a lay person, you can do whatever you want. You can eat 5 times a day. You can eat at midnight. You can go to bed whenever you want, wake up whenever you want. But now you cannot. There's a reason for that. Okay, everything has a reason. So the first principle that the Buddha wants us to develop in this self-development journey is to be a moral person. Observe precept, morality. Morality, body and speech, verbally and physically need to be pure. Once you have your physically and verbally pure and comfortable, calm, then you move on to the second thing called the concentration or samadhi. Samadhi or concentration or meditation in English. In this case, sila, morality, samadhi is, meditation. Basically, samadhi, meditation, dealing with, mental development. We develop our mind to meditation practice. That's basically what it is. And the third one is pabbajja or wisdom. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Pabbajja is wisdom. So we develop these 3 things for the rest of our life. You can refine yourself more and more. You purify yourself purer and purer until you reach to the point where you are purest. And when that happens, you will realize something called Nibbana, supreme happiness. That person has to be pure. verbally, physically, mentally. Whether you are a layperson or a monk, you can practice or develop yourself under this framework. Okay, morality, concentration, and wisdom. Once you achieve the right wisdom, you has ability to liberate yourself from problem in life, from suffering, whatever it is. Okay, so that's the idea. What is pabbajja anyway? There is the technical word that you should know because you are going to become a monk. The pabbajja, or the going forth in English, mean you ordain as a novice or samanen. Samanen mean a person who under 20 years of age. If you under 20, okay. But if you more than 20, then you eligible to become a monk. Okay, you're not completely 20, you can ordain as a novice. But nowadays, before someone can ordain as a monk, it's a prerequisite for you to become a novice first. It happened in the same day. Pabbajja is a Pali word which is translated to going forth. Okay, and this word has a very deep meaning, at least for two dimensions. The first one, going forward. You going out, completely gone from a layperson life, from household life, to be an ascetic, to be a monk, completely. And that implies that we are willing to give up what we have as a layperson, families, business, car, money, whatever it is. You are willing to completely gone from that stuff. And the second meaning of this can be, you completely gone from evil, from bad thing. From now on, as a monk, you will be a better person every day that you wake up, by observing precept, by meditate more, by learn more of the teaching of the Buddha, acquire more wisdom to become a better person, to become a happier person. So you basically completely gone, okay? Gone from the lay life and gone from the bad thing. Cannot do bad thing from now on. I mean, you should not do, right? That's why we should be a monk. And then you ordain as a bhikkhu. People call you bhikkhu, is a Pali word, which is a monk. Okay, from the novice, you become a monk. Novice, you observe 10 precepts. And as the monk, you observe more precepts than the novice, 2 to 7. Okay, and that's called upasambata. Okay, this is the technical term. And the ordination, okay, I think this is the key word why people ordain back then. When you say sappha dukkha nissarana nibbana sachikaranattaya, you don't know what it means, but this is the meaning. You ask your preceptor, please, teacher, please ordain me. I want to become a monk because I want to free myself from suffering and I want to realize nibbana. Life is so suffering. Life as a layperson is so troublesome. Now I don't want to live life like that as a mundane life. I want to live life in a different level, go higher. So please ordain me. That's basically what you said in front of your preceptor. Now we are talking about the ideal ordination, why people ordain. This is the ideal. Okay, a lot of people don't ordain for this, like I said. Some people have like 7 days, they ordain for someone they love, or they ordain, just want to take a break or gain merit. Okay, but in fact, the purpose of ordination has just one main purpose, which is this one. Sappha dukkha nissarana nibbana sachikaranattaya. That's it, period. If you understand this, you understand what you just say, you have, you very clear of what you're about to do. Okay, it will set the tone for the rest of your monk's life. You will not harm anybody. You will not hurt anybody. You will do your best to keep your precept clean. You will do your best to have a good meditation. Confine is the household life. The path of dust going forth, which is pabbajja or ordination, is the open and spacious. This is the life of freedom. Welcome everyone to the life of freedom. From now on, you have nothing whatsoever to be worried about. Finding food, cook food, pay the bill, water, electric, credit card, no such thing. Everything is taken care of for you for the rest of your journey. Especially when you're in the training. You have mentor, you have teaching monk, you have people who support you. Back to this picture again. As you can see, okay, the monk's life, we walk on the highway. The lay people, they walk local. But both of us, we walk toward the same direction, the same journey. We want to be happy. We want to be free from suffering. But people who sign up to become a monk happen to be a group of people who want the fast track of self-liberation. That's why you get on the highway. That's why you leave things behind. No sensual pleasure, no family. You basically become homeless. From home life to homeless. You gone forth from home life to homeless. From having a lot of things to having minimum. You get on the highway. That's why you have nothing to be worried. You can free yourself, you commit to the training wholeheartedly. Don't have to worry about what should I eat tomorrow morning, where the food's gonna be, where can I find food, what kind of food. No. Everything all set for you. If you still have things to worry in your mind, I want you to work on that, because this is the freedom life, 100% freedom. You shouldn't have anything to worry you in order for you to gain, the most benefit out of these 30 days, or longer than that. The first thing, for us to understand the concept of ordination, when someone ordained, you have a chance to search for something that bigger than you. There must be something that bigger than us, not just born, go to school, get a job, get married, have kids, dying. That's what animals do. They do the same, right? What else do? They don't think. They just follow their instinct. They just follow what people do. This is the mundane world. This is the mundane life cycle that we have been following. You think of the life of Prince Siddhartha. He has everything that a man want to have and wanted to be. Born prince, come on. But he left things behind. There must be a reason for that. He said, there must be something bigger than me, born prince, powerful, handsome, beautiful wife, kids. That's what my father do. That's what my grandfather do. That's what my great-great-grandfather do. And then they all die. They cannot take anything with them. There must be something else valuable and important than just, born and can keep doing what people tell you to do and repeat what they do. He said, sensual pleasure are time-consuming, full of suffering, full of despair, and danger in them is still greater. While the Dhamma, this is something, is directly visible, immediate, inviting one to come and see. Ehipassiko, applicable to be personally experienced by the wise. You have to be smart in order to understand the true nature of life, in order to find a way that get out of that mundane life cycle. So Prince Siddhartha has a very keen sense of observation. He was a great observer. He observed the nature of things, and he realized that this is not the life I wanted to be. There must be something else. The word that he used is kusala. Kusala is the word that he said, why I left everything behind, left my palace, left my wife, left my kids. He said, I went out to search for kusala. That's what it said in the text. Kusala can be translated to goodness or doing good thing, something good. Or later on, it gets translated to the word Dhamma. Kusala. I went out to search for kusala. What is kusala? Something good, something that can get rid of my worriness, something that bothering me. He didn't know what it was, but he believed there must be something out there. But he need to live this mundane life in order to find that thing. So the second thing is ordination, allowing us to simplify our life. Okay, when you ordain, you simplify your life. This life is very simple, inconvenient. Welcome to inconvenient life. Okay, and it's the life of freedom. You give up a lot of things, like Lumpy mentioned. You sacrifice a lot. Give up. The first day before you ordain, you have to give up your hair. Still remember? Give up your hair, your eyebrow. Okay, give up cars, business, phone. From now on, you cannot check your email, Facebook. You can say goodbye to the world for 30 days. If you really committed yourself to the training, you're going to gain a lot. You will get to know your own self in a deeper level when you cannot do what you want, when you have less in your life, less than usual. This is a spiritual life. When you stay in an inconvenient environment, you don't get the food that you want to eat every day. You don't get to talk to people you love. You don't get to read the news that you want to update yourself. No more. You do something else opposite. That's why it said gone forth. You gone forth completely. Whatever lay people do, most likely we don't do. This is the life of freedom. You think of the bird. Two things that bird responsibility for is his wing and his tail. That's all. Nothing to be worried about. When the bird jump off the leaf, the tree, it never look back. You can go. Nothing worry you behind. This is the life of freedom. Simple life. How simple is that? These are the 8 items that you allow to have. And with this 8 items, you can survive for the rest of your life. That's what people survived 2,500 years ago. What are those? The first one, of course, we need a bow. Bow, when we go arms round, okay, we need a bow. So we don't demand for food. We go out, we don't know what people are going to offer. And we should appreciate that, offering. It has to be natural that, you appreciate, they get up early, they cook the food, they cook the rice, they offer what they have. Sometimes Hluang Pi went Bindabat for 3 kilometers. You know what I got? Just sticky rice in the rural area. No, not even one chicken stick or egg. Can I complain? Can I say, no, Yom, I don't want that. Can you give me chicken? Or I'm Frang, I'm from New York. Can you offer me pizza tomorrow? I'm from Switzerland. Can you offer me cheese tomorrow? Life from now on rely on the support of the lay people. This is simple life. We want to gain time back as much as possible to meditate, to study Dhamma. Not for cooking, go shopping, cook food, eat clean. That's just a waste of time. You know what monk back then did? They go arms round in the village in the morning. They come back, they find the trees or the quiet place. They sit, they eat, reflect on the food, they eat, they meditate. That's what they do all day. Save a lot of time. Second thing is this is the water. We can call it water filter. Okay, monk live in the forest. You drink water from the river. You need something to filter out the water before you drink. And your robe, of course. Okay, this is the robe. And the sabong or the inner skirt. This one, and the sankhati, which is the outer robe. You have outer robe, okay, inner robe, and the sabong. Okay, 3 pieces of cloth that we allow to have. Okay, and the belt, of course. Okay, you have that, and the razor to shave our head, and the needle. Okay, when you want break, the rope break, you can fix yourself. These are the 8 items that we allow to have the day you ordain until the rest of your monk's life. Okay, more than this is not necessary. That's how people survived 2,500 years ago. And the third one, ordination is about self and sense control. You have a chance to practice this for the next 30 days, or if you stay longer, these 5 things, you have a chance to practice more of control yourself. Now we're talking about precept. Okay, 227, body and speech, and the sense control. Okay, sense control mean what? For precept, again, there are a lot of things we cannot do. We sign up for that. We go to bed, like 10 o'clock. We sleep 6 hours. We get up 4:30. We do morning chanting, meditation. We go arms round. We eat breakfast together. We do things together. Okay, we help each other to clean the place, and then do what necessary to be doing, and then we find more time to meditate, observe our precept, make sure the precept is clean. And then sense control is very challenging. for many of us to control what we see, what we hear, what we taste, what we touch, what we smell, and what we think. This is quite challenging. If you want to have good meditation, this is the key factor, that you must pay attention of what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch. See? So these 5 doors of sense are the place where the enemy can come and get you. The technical term called the Mara. If you guard your sense door well, he cannot harm you. Okay? My tip for you is, don't see or look at things that you're not supposed to see. Don't hear what you're not supposed to hear. Don't taste what you're not supposed to taste. Don't touch what you're not supposed to touch. Don't think of something you're not supposed to think. You're a monk, you shouldn't think of something in the outside world. For example, it's Friday evening, 8 o'clock, maybe before you become a monk, you may be hanging with your friend, at the bar, drinking beer, listening to music, and that's the lay people do. It's no point for you to think of that lifestyle no more. You're not a lay person. You die from lay life. You reborn as a monk. This is a new life. You start up fresh. Keep your precept clean. Don't listen to the music you're not supposed to. Don't see, don't talk, don't do things that you're not supposed to be doing. Okay? This thing take time to practice. Okay? It's not easy, but it's crucial as a monk. This is one of the criteria. If someone asks, why monk disrobe? Why monk cannot ordain for long? This is the thing. You start from here. That you not guard your sense door well. You allow enemy to come to your mind through these 5 doors. Eye, ear, tongue, touch and nose, smelling. It get to your mind. Okay? And that thinking, especially negative thinking, okay, will drag you off the ropes. This rope eventually. Number 4, achieving the highest state of human development. This lifestyle allowing us to get there. This is the best lifestyle ever. Okay, we have a chance to achieve the highest state that a human being can achieve, which is called the supreme happiness or Nibbana. And how do we know that? Well, look at the Buddha or the great disciple in the past. Wise people back then, they live life example. They ordinary human being just like us, but they achieve something called the supreme peace or supreme happiness through an intensive self-development, non-stop day and night. They focus on their training. And people who follow strictly according to the Buddha teaching, success is on its way. Sometimes he said it could be happening within 7 days. Some people take 7 months. Some people may take 7 years. Some people may take lifetime. Some people may take 7 lifetimes. We don't know. But 7 days is possible if you practice it correctly. Wow. When I first, get to that scripture, I was amazed. Okay, how quick is that? That we can achieve the highest stage of mental development, the deepest meditation that we can go through meditation practice with the right meditation practice. Okay, so this lifestyle allowing us to achieve that level. Being a layperson, can we achieve that? Yes, but it takes longer. We have more headache as a layperson. Okay, last one. Okay, becoming a monk, allowing us to benefit ourselves and benefit others. We benefit ourselves and we benefit others. Why is that? Okay, what benefit have you gained so far becoming a monk for 1 month, for 1 year? Peace of mind, maybe. Habit development, maybe. You used to be a people who get cranky easily. And now you become a monk, you observe precept. You cannot yell, you cannot hurt people, verbally, physically. You become calmer. You become a different person. You observe precept until the precept become you. You become precept. So you benefit yourself. You become better person every day. You commit to the training. And then, not only cultivate more good habits, you cultivate more inner peace. Okay, and with that, you cultivate more right wisdom. So with everything that you have gone to that, you have accumulated those experiences, you can share with others. People want to know how to be happy. People want to know how to meditate. People want to know how to live life, happier. That is why, sustainable happiness is a big topic nowadays, including in the scholar world. They want to know how to be happy. If you don't know where happiness is, you cannot find it. But in this spiritual journey, I surely believe that everyone will be able to find, inner happiness inside yourself. If you practice, okay, if you stay focused. The Buddha said, Bhikkhu. Bhikkhu means monks. This spiritual life is lived with 4 things. First, we live with the training as its benefit. You gain benefit of this training for sure. It depends on how high of your goal is set. If you want to be enlightenment in the next 7 days, maybe. People did that 2,500 years ago. You seriously, you don't laziness in practice, you practice wakefulness. Some monk walking meditation all night, and they attain Nibbana. It happened. Wherever you set goal, you will have a chance to train yourself up to that level. Let's say you are not a person who always on time. Now you be more on time. You are a person who always think negatively toward others. Now it's a chance for you to lessen that thinking, to work on that negative thought, negative energy inside yourself. And at the end of the training, you know how much progress you have made. You have a chance to do that. So we gain benefit of the training. And the second thing is wisdom. Okay, we live life with wisdom. Wisdom is, and as its supervisor, we develop more right wisdom as we go along. Okay, why we have to observe this precept, why we cannot eat dinner, why we cannot sleep in the big bed, why you cannot do that, why you cannot do that. Get to the reason behind that. That's how you cultivate wisdom. Understand, the reason behind each rule and regulation. Understand the teaching of the Buddha. And liberation, okay, is core. In this spiritual journey, this is the core. Liberation is the core. Liberation from what? From problem in your life. Suffering can translate to problem in daily life. So with right wisdom, you have ability to deal with whatever issue that come up into your life peacefully, effectively. Once you achieve that, you are liberated from problem. Let's say, someone gossip on your back, your co-worker, and then you found out later. How do you deal with that? How can you let go? How can you go to bed that night in peace? You need wisdom to deal with that. If you don't have wisdom, you cannot go to bed in peace. You're gonna get mad with that person, Worse, you may run into more problem like physical fight or something else, or even killing each other. If you liberate, that means that gossip cannot hurt you. That means you are liberated from that particular issue in your life. I'm talking about something minor, gossiping, economics maybe, relationship maybe. This is very minor. This is day-to-day, issue that we face. Okay, we can find a way to liberate ourselves from those kind of issues, so we can be happy in every daily life. Last one is mindfulness. Okay, everything above here run on mindfulness. If you're mindful from what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch, what you think, okay, you guard your sense door well, you most likely you can remain happy all day, or most likely you can let go, okay, negative thought, negative energy that attack you. Gossiping is just the sound of someone else come to your ear, and you interpret it back. You give the meaning, oh, that person don't like me, so I should hate them back. I should hate him back, and then problems start, expanding. But if you mindful enough, you can stop right then. It's just the air come to your ear, left ear, you can let it go to the right ear. If you're smart enough. It's simple, but it's not easy. It needs practice. This summary of the benefit of the ordination. Okay, you have a chance to simplify your life. Okay, increase your self-discipline. Okay, gain more merit, do good deeds. Okay, of course you will be meditate more, and hopefully you find inner peace if you practice it correctly. we're gonna explore some of the reason why monk back then ordained. Okay, the first one, before the first one, this is what the Buddha said. Bhikkhu, bhikkhu means monks. If someone asks you, the wanderer means some other ascetic or someone else who ordained from different teacher asks you what the purpose, okay, is holy life live under the ascetic Gotama. I mean, why did you ordain with the Buddha? That's basically what it is. Why? If someone asks you like that, you should answer them like this. Being asked by, you should answer those wanderer or those monk or those ascetic like this. It is, friends, for the full understanding of suffering. This is the reason why I ordain under the Buddha. You answer them like this. This is what I teach. I don't teach anything else. I teach two things: suffering and how to free oneself from suffering. Beyond that is not my main teaching. You should answer people who ask you why you ordain with me like this. The first person, Venerable Vasetha. Okay, Vasetha was a Brahmin ordained with, but later on he has faith in the Buddha. He ordained, or got himself ordained as a Buddhist monk. This is the reason he ordained. Okay, he said, full of hindrance is the householder life, a path defined by passion. Free as the air is the life of him who has renounced a worldly thing, which means, free as the air because it is the life of monks. How difficult it is for a man, okay, who dwell at home to live higher life in all its fullness. If you stay home, how much can it be? How much, if you, even though you want to develop yourself, spiritually, how much can you do that at home? It's in its all purity, in its all perfection. It's very difficult to do that at home. Let me then shape my head, my face, then let me clothe myself, in this saffron robe and go forth from household life to a homeless life. That is why he ordained. Okay, at home, difficult. Once he understands the teaching of the Buddha, he cannot stay home. He don't want to be home. He want to ordain tomorrow, as soon as possible. Get on the highway, okay, free himself from suffering. The second monk, Ratapala, the Venerable Ratapala, once he listened and understand these four things from the Buddha, he decided to ordain. His father, don't give him permission. They said, you cannot ordain son. You, the only son of this family, you must not ordain. I will not give you permission. But he insists, okay? He stopped eating. He protests his parents. Anyway, he ordained at the end. This is the reason why he ordained, okay? First, life in any world is unstable, is swept away. Basically, it's impermanent. Everything continues changing. You cannot stop that. The second one, life in any world has no shelter and protector. Eventually, everyone die. No one can stop that. Impermanent, anicca. The second one is tukkhang. The number 2 and number 3 is tukkhang, or suffering. This is, unhappy. Life in any world has nothing of its own. One has to leave all things behind. We cannot take anything with us when we die, no matter who you are. Rich, poor, highly educated, no education, doesn't matter. You leave things behind. And the last one, life in any world is incomplete, insatiate, slave of craving. We never feel enough of what we have. We are enslaved with craving or tanha. We will have a topic about tanha, okay, later on. And once Ratapala understand this, he said, goodbye mom, dad, please allow me to become a monk. So he ordained. And eventually he attained arahantship. Okay, he got to the highest, state as a man can be. And Sariputta, okay, Sariputta, again, someone asked him, why did you ordain? And this is his answer. He said, friends, for the accurate and exact comprehension of dukkha, or suffering, I lead the holy life in the dispensation of the Buddha. Friends, the path and method for accurate and exact comprehension of dukkha is the Noble Eightfold Path. And everyone, we should practice that diligently. Basically, the keyword here is dukkha and the Eightfold Path. See, dukkha and the way to free oneself from dukkha is the Eightfold Path. two things. Once Sariputta understands these two things, this reason is enough for him to make decision to ordain for life. Bhikkhu, whatever the cleansement, see, this is what the Buddha himself said. People who ordained in the past, 2,500 years ago, people who ordain nowadays, and people who will be ordained in the future, they ordain for this and this only. Whatever cleansement in the past, present, and future rightly went from home to homeless. All did so in order to make the breakthrough of something called the Four Noble Truths, as they really are. That's it, period. You have to get this picture right. This is the ideal of someone ordaining or become a monk. And if they want to achieve this, as a goal, they're on their way to self-liberation from suffering. You must understand, the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. We ordain to understand the true nature of life. If we don't understand the true nature of life, how can we liberate ourselves, from this, nature of life, which is suffering, which is dukkha. So back to you. What are your ordination goals? What would you like to achieve? And that's answer I cannot answer for you. So I give you information, of the ideal of ordination, of how to live life as a good monk, according to the Buddha teaching. And now it's up to you for the next 30 days, or for the next 3 months, or for the next 3 years. You have to be clear, because your attitude, once you set goal, your attitude will kind of shift or turn toward that direction. If you want to have good meditation, you will focus on meditation. You will mindful of everything you do. When you eat, when you do dishes, when you do laundry, when you do things, you're going to be more mindful to protect your mind, to be still, because you want to have a good meditation. When you come in the room and sit and close your eye, you're not going to talk too much, you're not going to eat too much, you're not going to sleep too much, because you want to have good meditation, if that's your goal. So with that, rejoice in everyone's merit. Sadhu.